A Terrible Trilogy by Winslow Swan. Audiobook narrated and produced by Edward James Beesley. Many years ago in that distant and wonderful land known as the 70s, television did not neglect the horror genre the way that they do today. As a child growing up in a household that allowed me to have my own television, I grew up on a dose of Dark Shadows, Night Gallery, and the ABC movie of the week. There were series such as Ghost Story and Circle of Fear, Tales of the Unexpected, and my all-time favorite horror series, Kolchak, the Night Stalker. Thanks largely in part to YouTube and several websites, these gems of classic horror are now available. One such made-for-TV movie that I highly recommend was Trilogy of Terror, and starred a wonderful actress by the name of Karen Black, who played a starring role in each of the three tales. The most well-remembered tale was the Zuni Fetish Doll, a small wooden doll with very large teeth that came to life and terrorized our poor heroine. A few years ago, I watched the movie again and came up with the following, which I had every intention of turning into my own movie. Alas, due to circumstances, I never got a chance to do the film, but present to you for the first time the stories which I came up with in short story form. Enjoy! 1. The Chase. Run. I must keep running. Keep moving, never stopping. Don't look back. Oh, my lungs are about to burst. But I must keep running. There, the woods. Perhaps my only salvation from what I know will come. God, it's inevitable. There will be no pardon. No phone call from a governor to grant me a pardon. I know that the end will come, and come soon. There is no way around it. I can try to hold it off. I can keep running. I can try to stay one step ahead of it, only to prolong the chase and try to hold back the fear that wells up in me. I duck behind a tree and listen intently. The sounds of the woods are small compared to my rapidly beating heart and the great heaving breaths that my lungs take. What was that? A bird? A squirrel? A falling branch? Or a footstep? Run! Faster! 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 Duck behind another tree. Listen harder this time. Wait for a strange sound that comes from behind me. Another footstep breaking a twig? Or was it in the wind rustling the leaves on the ground? No, must run away. Must try to get away before. Stop again. Rest. My body craves rest, and I don't know if I can run anymore. I feel so weak now. I slide down to the ground and put my head into my hands. I hear the footsteps now, louder and closer. They walk with determination. I can feel each step coincide with the beating of my heart, and that becomes the loudest sound of all. The footsteps are louder and more determined now to get me. They're here! I feel a hand press on my shoulder, and I let out a cry. Ah!
Tag, Daddy, you're it.
My 8-year-old daughter says as I look up into her angelic eyes. Okay, but then we have to go in. Mom will have dinner ready.
I love you, Daddy.
We walked back to the house, hand in hand. 2. Drip. Drip, drip, drip. I hear it in my sleep. That awful noise that invades the subconscious mind and destroys the dream that I've been having. Drip, drip, drip. Oh, perhaps I can ignore it. Use the rhythm of the noise to help me fall back asleep and go back to the peacefulness of the dream. Drip, 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 drip. So much for a constant rhythm. I pull myself out of bed, forcing my arms into my robe and getting tangled up. I stumble towards the sound of the water dripping from some faucet. Must be the bathroom, and I approach the sink, twisting hard to close the taps. With the satisfaction of a job well done, I head back to bed, slipping in between the sheets and laying my head down on my nice soft pillow. Drip. 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 Damn! Drip. Drip. Drip, drip. Crawling out of bed again, I wrestle with my robe and make my way back to the bathroom. Leaning down, I grab the shower taps in a death-like squeeze, as if I was choking the life out of them. With a forcible turn, I make sure that it will now take a vice-like grip, 3 men and a small boy to turn them back on. My problem is now solved, and I can return to the sanctuary of my bed and the blissful dream. Drip, drip, drip. My eyes spring open. I am now fully awake and don't even bother with the robe. I pound my way through the house to the only other origin of this invader of my sleep. The kitchen sink sits there, imposing, just asking for it. Grabbing the dish towel, I tie it around the handle, and by turning the taps, I promptly break them off. I smile and return to my peaceful bed, knowing that there will be no more interruptions tonight. I lay my head down on my pillow and begin to close. Drip, drip, drip. No! I slowly pull myself out of bed, my eyes seething with anger. I think of the gun that I keep in the bedside drawer and how easy it would be to use it. A simple pull of the trigger and all my problems would vanish in a puff of smoke. I walk slowly down the hallway, past the bathroom, through the kitchen and into the den. On the sofa sits the source of my troubled sleep. My brother-in-law, making a dripping noise by flicking his finger against his cheek, his mouth slightly open. Oh, hey, bro. You still up? I thought you had to go to work tomorrow. 3. The Vampire. Stretching seems to be so wonderful, especially after a good day's sleep. Funny, it seems that I just went to sleep only a few hours ago. Every year it gets harder to get out of this coffin. For someone who is not supposed to age, I can definitely feel it. After 325 years on this world, my bones are not what they used to be. The steps of the crypt seem a little harder now, and the stone masonry a little colder. Why should I live in the dank and darkness of the crypt when there is a perfectly good house on the grounds of the cemetery? I guess I am just too set in my ways. Funny, there sure are a lot of people out tonight. I don't think that it is Friday or Saturday. Those are my 2 favorite days to hunt, for there is a plethora of victims who have no clue that I exist. Ah, there on the corner, waiting for a bus, a very nice meal for me this evening. I shall approach her and lead her into that doorway. You, dear lady, are just what I am looking for. Look into my eyes. Follow me.
Really?
What? No, you are hypnotized.
Who are you kidding?
Follow me, for I need your blood to sustain me.
So you really are a vampire? Like a true blue vampire?
Of course I am. Now follow me.
Wow. You must never look at a calendar or even watch the news.
I don't understand. What are you talking about?
I mean that if you will just look up into the sky, you will know soon enough.
I still do not.
Today was the day for the total eclipse of the sun.
What? Epilogue. The butler did it.
Mystery, horror, thriller, suspense. Novels and short story collections from Winslow Swan, now available from Amazon.
You can help support the channel and visit our merchandise store. T-shirts, caps, mugs, and so much more. Now available at doorwaytonightmare.com.